What up, world? It's your boy J Star back again, man. So, week 2 is finally over. Ooh, it was a rough weekend, man. For me, I don't know how y'all did. Hopefully, y'all did good though, man. Because a lot of the injuries and stuff kind of hurt me. I mean, I had some Odell, I think Zay Jones. I'm trying to think if oh yeah, Montgomery. Things like that. I feel like it was like 3 people I like really had in my lineups and stuff this week, and they just went down so early. Even freaking man, St. Brown, man. St. Brown was doing good. He started doing good in the second half, and then next thing you know, I'm wondering why he's not moving at all. The points have just stopped. But yeah, and then it just was like a late game craze, man, like of points, man. It felt like just the late games came through pretty big. Even though in this lineup here, this is the millionaire winner lineup right here. Ashley, man, I should have went to the $3 lineup because it actually was higher than this by 1 point though. So it's not really, much. It has a lot of the same things. I can't remember what's missing from it though, right now. But I'm just gonna go through the millionaire maker, right here, man. They had Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and the Waller stack there, and that's literally the only stack I believe in this whole. Oh my bad, they had the Buccaneers in white, and I do know the $3 had the same right there with that. Did have the white and the Buccaneers stack for sure. So you got 5 people, basically you took from like 2 different games, and then after that you go with 4 1-offs basically. You got Zach Moss, Nico Collins. Oh my bad, that's another stack too. My bad. So you got a 1v1 here too. So yeah, so you basically played 3 games, and then went ahead and took Keenan Allen with no run back. Most people had what do I want to say, Henry, but just Keenan Allen by himself. I mean, this got to be the most contrarian play right here by far. Like 6.2%. I'm shocked more people didn't have Saquon. Like I just instantly knew he was gonna have a bounce back here type of game. I know he did get hurt too, but I'm so shocked 8%. That's kind of crazy to me. I guess everybody was paying low for running backs. I mean, and they hit too, so there's nothing wrong with it. But I was kind of shocked. I thought everybody would be on Saquon like that. I think it was more people on what do I want to say, McCaffrey. But yeah, Saquon there is what we got that, and then we got White, of course, and like I said, it's just a Keenan Allen and Nico Collins, right? I mean, yeah, Keenan Allen, Nico Collins. No, my bad, I'm wrong again. Keenan Allen and Christian Kirk, man. So 2 heavy slot receivers right here, and I want to say a wide receiver 1 there, and then they just heavily stacked the running backs in all great spots, man. Just going against all great, you know, what I want to say, teams that give up the run, like running backs too at that, and it only had to pay up for one of them. The other 2 are very cheap. Paid up for Keenan Allen, paid up at tight end since Waller was like the 3rd tight end on the board. Man, that's about it. It's only like Saquon, Keenan Allen, Waller. Yeah, everything else is. I mean, you didn't even have to pay that much for your quarterback this week, man. It was crazy, but yeah. So like I said, it was a heavy running back this weekend, man. It looks like like for to win it. But we're gonna move on for this next week, man. First look at this week right here. Hopefully we get a better week, man. It's just been, man, killing with these injuries, or not being thrown the ball like at all, like in a game, like week 1 it was. I had a lot of those. It felt like in my lineups, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, you just don't throw the ball at all to these people. Like, that was kind of weird, man. It's just, but we're gonna get into this week, and we're gonna narrow this down right, man. Especially when it gets to the end of the week, because I know we got a lot of questionables already coming up. Lamar's questionable, Richardson. I don't know if he's even gonna be able to play in that game. Quarterback wise, I thought, Burrow plays on like Monday night, so we don't have to see him, thank God, because he's been playing really trashy. So Eckler, we gotta wait out that. Chubb just got hurt today, which I know killed a lot of people's lineups. Season ended, man. How did they already know though? That's so crazy, man. But yeah, sorry for Chubb there. At least ETN, possibly it's just cramps, but we'll be able to narrow that down for sure come, Wednesday's report. Aaron Jones, I don't know if he's gonna play this game, because I've noticed something about the Packers. They're very cautious with their players. Every time we get like a hamstring type injury, we usually let them wait out 3 weeks. And so far, that's one, so he's going to probably miss the home opening game more than likely, is what I think. But I think they will get back Christian Watson since this is the third game. And usually they come back on the third game. The same thing we did with Dobbs, since he already missed, he missed the last game of the preseason. We didn't have a fourth preseason game, so he had missed that week. Of course, didn't really practice that week, and then he started practicing a little bit towards the that third week. So that's what I'm saying. We usually always do 3 weeks. Montgomery, I don't even know what he went out for. What was it? Thigh. Okay, so yeah, we got just a lot of injuries, man. We got to look at who is this? Jamal Williams. Yep, got hurt today too, and I know a lot of people had him too. Monday night game, 2-game, and both big running backs that everybody was taking, the chalkiest running backs, was just went out. It was crazy. St. Brown, like I said, man, hurt me due to cramping. Are you kidding me? He went out for cramping. This is crazy, man. Waddle went out, I know, in that Sunday night game, and I expected him to have a bigger game, and that sucked for him. Because he was already on par to have a huge game. I really feel 86 yards, almost 100 yards and everything like that. Man, that sucked. So now you got Metcalf going out. What did he go out with? Oh yeah, the ribs. I had some Metcalf too. So I had a whole stack, matter of fact, with that game too. And then Metcalf would hurt that. Like I said, Christian Watson, I think he will be, fully practicing this whole week. And we'll know by Wednesday for sure. We got Brandon Cooks possibly returns back for this game. But what was he out with? Knee is expected to play. Okay, week 3. Yep. Anybody else down here? Odell Beckham, I don't know if he's going to be back at all. I don't think he will. Zay Jones, I don't even know what he went out for. Knee injury. Wow. So puts Christian Kirk back in play since Zay Jones was in there on the when they was doing a lot of 12-man personnel. They only had Zay and Ridley. I think it's going to work better with what I want to say, Christian Kirk, though, instead. Mooney got hurt too? Wow. I did not know that. Considered serious? Isn't considered serious. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, so yeah, wow, man. That's just a lot of injuries. I didn't have Mooney, but I definitely was rolling with where is he at? DJ Moore, but yeah, that sucks still though for them. Tight end wise, did we have any injuries with tight ends? I think everybody was pretty much healthy. Oh, I forgot Logan Thomas was the only one. Concussion, yeah, man, just a lot of injuries happened. I'm sure a lot of y'all got affected by this. It was crazy, man. But we're gonna get into this as we always do. We got the Colts and the Baltimore Ravens here, man. In this game, we're looking at what's the personnel's here, man. I believe both of them run 11, right? Yeah, so we got 11 personnel here. I think the Ravens now, if Odell's gonna be out, they're probably gonna run a lot more 12. So a Lamar, thinking Zay Flowers. And then Mark Andrews is going to probably be the best plays now because I definitely think they're going to run 2 wide receiver sets without Odell being there, which they normally used to run as a 2 back, two tight ends, things like that is what they used to run a lot more. So I think they're going to go into that this week. If Lamar is able to go, it should be a really good game. Colts been giving up, pretty much what I want to say, a lot of points to receivers and, of course, the quarterback. So I definitely think Zay Flowers, even Bateman, toss in Bateman too, my bad. Put him back up in here. Where you at? Bateman, where'd you go? Oh, put him in the flex, my bad. Okay, so yeah, we got Bateman, man. He's going to be involved now too. 4,600 should be a really good play for him. But Zay and Andrews is where they're going to run this offense through. Like I said, if they play a lot of 12, they're going to be definitely using these two a lot. If you want to use a running back too as well, you can. But like I said, it's been more of an air attack. I don't think Richardson is going to play, man. Having a concussion, they tend to at least rule him out for the first week, I would think, and then come back the next week. So Minshew, on his side, they was running a lot of 11 there. So 11 is going to be, Pittman, of course, and I still think Josh Downs is probably going to be good plays here on this side, and that's really about it. Don't really see the run being good pretty much from either side of this game. I feel like they're just going to be airing it out. Also, the Colts play really fast, so it should speed up the game for Baltimore. Then we got Tennessee Titans and Cleveland. So let's see what we got here. Don't know all the Browns information yet, so make sure y'all tune back in on Friday when we do the last final look and everything, because I'll know all that by then. Since they played today, we got to, get those notes together and stuff like that. But Tennessee-wise, man, Yeah, Deshaun Watson is going to be huge in play. If Cooper is able to go, they are at home, so yeah, Cooper's going to be in play. He had a decent game though away tonight, so if he's good to go and heals up even more from his groin injury, should be great play. Didn't see nothing out of Peoples Jones. I thought I would see more. I saw a lot of shots at Elijah Moore. He just did not come through. But Tennessee has been getting killed in the slot a little bit. So Elijah Moore, this could be a game for him. Also, Njoku finally got some, targets. I still think it should be a Cooper and Njoku, show and everything. Tennessee's defense against the run is very strong, so I don't really expect much running. He's gonna need to throw to one of these receivers and hit this tight end, man. So on the other side here, though, it's really tough, man. For I want to say Tannehill side, it's definitely just Henry. We saw Warren getting some good runs today and things like that. So, possibly Henry can pull it out with some big runs against Cleveland. Last season, Cleveland used to get killed in the run and stuff like that. And they played so fast, they gave so many opportunities. But wise of receivers, we only saw like one big play. He still went for 100 yards for Pickens. So, you can say Hopkins possibly. I think it would probably be like maybe Treylon Burks. Possibly be more of a better play there. That's about it though. I think I don't really see anything else. Everything else is usually pretty tough against Cleveland, so I'm gonna move off of that. Let's go to this next game here. We got Atlanta and Detroit. I just think this is gonna be a good game. I wonder though what's about the fantasy point wise, because if St. Brown, he left with cramps though, right? Like he was the one left with cramps. Yeah, so he should be okay. For the Detroit side, I'm thinking Goff. Let's see. I could have swore Falcons was So Falcons was Laporta. Should be a good play, man. Their defense got a lot better. I wonder if they're gonna use Gibbs a lot more. If Montgomery's not able to go, Gibbs should be. I saw a lot of targets for him, which was really good. 9 targets, that's crazy. If he had a workload of about 15, 16, and gets about this crazy amount of targets, he might be a good play. Atlanta hasn't been giving up the run like that, but I could see a back that's gonna catch a lot. And also playing his other rookie, running back that got drafted before him, could be a little bit more motivation for him to try to really go off, especially like I said, if Montgomery's not able to go, can definitely see something like that. St. Brown is definitely still going to be in play, but if not, even if he is play, I still like Reynolds, because this is another team that plays a little bit of zone style defense and things like that. I know they run some man too, but mostly they try to run zone. Reynolds is going to be in play because of that. But like I say, St. Brown definitely, coming in that slot area. I like him too. Hopefully he just don't cramp up this time, of course. We got Ritter on the other side here. Ritter is supposed to be, let's see, what goes over there? He's supposed to go with this week, definitely, a London could be in play finally. I know he did really well, his best game so far of the season against the Packers. And, that was a hard matchup with Jair on him. So definitely think against Detroit, not as strong as a matchup of cornerback. He possibly could, if we can get more targets, man, I don't want to see 7 targets for him. I want to actually see 10, really, 9, 10 or something like that. But I know this team doesn't pass a lot. They tend to run a lot. Detroit's been doing pretty well against the run, but Bijan is Bijan, and he's making people miss like crazy. So and this team is just a run heavy team. They're gonna run with everybody. And Cordell Patterson might be back, so might chip away into Bijan's production, which will suck because it's been great that he hasn't been playing, and we have back-to-back 20 fantasy point games for Bijan. I feel like, man, if Cordell comes back, I just don't know what role they're gonna put him at. Besides that, I thought Detroit also gives up Pitts, which was weird to see though. They went to Jonnu Smith against the Packers, way more than what I thought they was gonna go to. 6 times, that was crazy. How is Pitts, man? I feel bad for him, man. He should be getting 8 targets, 7 to 8 targets, something a game. But he's definitely in play here against Detroit, since they do give these things up. So we gotta say, these are some of the best plays over there. And we're going to keep it moving. That, like I said, I like that game, though. It could be a back-and-forth shootout game so far. I think that for these first 3 games, yeah, it's probably the best one. Yeah, definitely. So then we got New Orleans and Love. Green Bay Packers, of course, with Love. From Wait, my bad. I didn't mean to have this still up. From the Carr side, I mean, you can definitely go with Carr. Who I want to say, man, Taysom Hill. Like I told y'all, every week, Taysom Hill is gonna be in play. And if Jamal Williams is not able to go, Taysom Hill is basically a running back. So like he might be the cheapest running back we can steal this weekend, like for real. So I actually would like to have him, in lineups for sure because of that. Like I said, if Jamal is not able to go, I mean the Jones dude was decent, tonight and everything like that. But I mean, it was 2 touchdowns, so that really carried his whole fantasy points there. But we saw a lot of Taysom Hill getting used again, in the run, throwing, all types of things. So like he could be a steal, if Jamal is somehow not able to go here. Besides that, like I said, we saw Jair get caught on, a few times. I would think Michael Thomas I would lean a little bit more towards, or Shaheed in this game before I even think of Olave. I would just go away for the highest resistance. Like if Jair is gonna be on Olave, then yeah, I'm gonna go like Michael Thomas or Shaheed. So they'll have a better matchup, and Card wants to throw deep down the field. So yeah, I would definitely roll with Shaheed because of the deep part, but like just the third down plays and things like that, it's gonna be Michael Thomas. He his strong hands and things like that. He came through a lot today. I thought he was gonna be in for a huge game. It kind of slowed down at the end though. Then tight end, like I said, I think it's Taysom Hill. Juwan Johnson's been a lot of different tight ends they throwing in there. Like I seen Moreau, saw Jimmy Graham. Like I think Taysom Hill is the best one then. From that side, but like on this side, Love and them, I don't know. I think the Packers gonna come out and play really hard this game, man. Like I don't know if Aaron Jones is gonna play. Don't know. I mean, I don't even expect much anyways from the run, even if he did play. New Orleans is pretty good against the run. You got to pass catch to your backs to kind of attack them. So if Aaron Jones plays, I guess for the pass catching side, you can toss him for that. But I'm big on Christian Watson, man. Like I'm really excited to see what this offense does with Christian Watson. So if I had to say anything, Christian Watson is going to be a play for me. Just the deep shots. Down the field. It opens up the offense. Also opens up Reed again. I feel like, he takes the top off of the defense. Reed's coming underneath. I like that. Reed should have a better game for that reason. Possibly Musgrave still is in play here, like because of that too. Like if same side, if they're on the same side, Christian Watson taking the top off defense, Musgrave coming underneath, could be an easy, pick big play, man. Yards after the catch type of play is from these two. We've been needing Watson, so I think Love's been on a tear right now, 3 touchdowns a game. If he can keep it up, then it's going to be because Watson, Reed, and Musgrave have a good game. Is how I see it. So then we move on, man. Let's go. Plus, also I want to say that's the home opener for Green Bay, so I expect a crazy energy coming home like that. We got Houston and Jacksonville here. I really do like this game here. I'm expecting a lot. I mean, I know it's a rivalry, so they're probably going to play each other hard. Hopefully it's not really raining like how it wasn't raining at the beginning, at least, of the game for, what I want to say, Pat Mahomes, and they said it was going to rain. Got to check that later in the week, though, to confirm. But from Trevor Lawrence side, I mean, this really should just be ETN, If possibly ETN can't go from cramping, I mean, I doubt that happens. If he wasn't able to go, then Bigsby or somebody like that, whatever, would be in a great spot. But so far, his ETN is in the greatest spot at running back already this week. Or one of the greatest spots, at least I know that much. If I had to think Trevor Lawrence was going to be able to pass, though, too, I kind of would roll with Kirk. I think Kirk in that slot area would probably be the best play here. Let me see. What else is there? I think they're a little bit at the tight end. They're giving up a few points there. So possibly I think that middle of the field being attacked. And then, of course, running, though. But, yeah, they tend to play really good. If they get both of their safeties back, it's going to be really hard then for Trevor Lawrence to have a great game passing. Houston's been doing a good job on holding quarterbacks to, under 20s and stuff like that. So it's not really a quarterback game. We know it's just, put that running back in and just keep it pushing from that side. The other side, though, here, I'm expecting a lot from C.J. Stroud. He's been playing really good. He's throwing a great amount, man. I love this. 47, 44 attempts, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, I love this, man. Like they're just letting him, let that ball fly, man, and build chemistry with them receivers that he has out there. Not much going on in the run game. Because they're throwing a lot, man. They're throwing so much. Like he's only getting 15 attempts at home too. Like this was their home opener, and we're looking at 15 attempts, 3 targets for Pierce, man. And he's a good back. I mean, it's gonna come a time where he does go out, but this just don't feel like that game to me. I feel like the Nico Collins, could definitely hit again. I definitely like Tank Dell, man. He's gonna, take over the slot over Mechie. I like Tank Dell. He's playing really hard, man. So, and I like this combination here. I even like, some Schultz because, I feel like if Kelsey had been already played, game one and wasn't hurt, he would have probably killed Jacksonville. But he looked rusty. He was dropping some catches that we've seen him make and things like that. But I definitely see somebody like a Dalton Schultz. Long as he can continue to get the targets that like he came off of this last game, 7 targets would be nice if he can do that again. Like I said, if Stroud gonna throw 47 times, then yeah, everybody should be eating, But I definitely like these 3 here to go along with him. Easy run back here. It seems like an ETN, of course. Then we move on. We got Denver versus Miami. Shocking how Russell played. I was actually really shocked at that last game against Washington. It was the shocking part about it was how he didn't go to anybody that I feel like we would have had. Like it was no Judy just got back, no Judy, no Sutton, not even I think Trotman even came through. Like let me see, what did he do to Trotman? Trotman, nothing. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like none of the people that we know about. Like B Johnson and stuff kills it, and then it felt like the most luckiest thing because like 3 targets hitting for 20. He just had that hit for 5. So, and then you got Mims. I don't even know if did he have target? Yeah, 2 targets. Like this is crazy as luck. 2 targets just the last week, 3 points, y'all. And then it go 20 plus points off 2 targets again. Like, I don't know, man. Just crazy week, man, for Russ. But playing Miami, I expect, he gotta, play up to speed with them. Like, it's gonna be a crazy game, man, for him. Like, I wonder if we're gonna get the same Russ we just saw this week. If we do, I would hope, Javonte Williams, it could be in play because they've been giving up the run. They've also given up tight ends, so Trotman is in play for there. At receiver though, man, I don't really know which receiver because I mean if he gonna throw to just the randoms, like come on now, because we would say Judy and Sutton for sure, but man, with these little random throws, man, it could be Mims again. Like I don't even know like how many targets did Sutton get? He had 7 targets. Okay, but Judy just got back, so I wasn't really expecting much from him either, like at all. So 5 points, yeah, and he got 5 targets. So yeah, but these 3 right here possibly is the plays, man. Like like I said, if you want to toss in one of those receivers, you can. But Miami hasn't really been giving up the receivers like that. From the other side here, though, we got Tua, of course. We're gonna have Hill. If Waddle can, what does this says? Was progressing. Concussion protocol. Okay, so with concussion, if he can clear and everything, gotta say Waddle. I mean, they run a 21 set, so it's nearly most of their plays. These 2 is just in only. They randomly throw in a Craycraft or Barrios, so it's not enough times they throwing them in. Denver has been getting run on though, so Mostert is gonna be in play. As long as he don't get hurt or something like that, because then, we possibly see some. Ahmed got hurt, which is crazy. I mean, that was like his first game, right? Yeah, groin. Okay. So, I don't know when we're going to see A-Chain. Like, it's been crazy. I'm shocked. Like, he still didn't really play. Like, barely got in there. 1 attempt. Yeah, 1 target. Like, I get it. Mostert was balling, though. So, he showed up. So, if Mostert plays like that again, then yeah, he's going to be able to run well, and it's going to be a Tyreek Hill, probably Mostert over here. And that's about it. Because we did see, who I thought I saw it last week. Who did they play again? It was one of those touchdowns was to McLaurin or something like that because they played Washington. So yeah, like possibly something like that might happen twice though with Hill, his speed and everything. So yeah, that game should be a good game, man. Hopefully the rain doesn't mess that up at all. Over here we got a exciting dome game here, man. It looks like where we're attacking at here. Both teams they run some 11. They're both kind of playing 11, but also playing a new personnel like. Chargers playing a 12, which is crazy. They never really played that. And then the Vikings didn't play a 21 last season, but they're playing that now. Um, but it's working out for the Vikings when it comes offensively, So we're gonna start with the Herbert side over here. If we can get Eckler, he's definitely gonna be huge in play. Vikings been giving up the run to running backs, giving up decent points there. A good little 20-something points there at running back, especially if you're gonna pass catch too. Yeah, they have a hard time with that. Besides that, on this side of the field, when you talk about the wide receivers though, Mike Williams, I'm shocked. Like he had a mad targets and no touchdown. Didn't even get over 100 yards. Had the targets though. I mean, if he gets that again, I can see it hitting on against Minnesota though. So definitely that. We basically had to pick on the Tennessee Titans in that slot back-to-back weeks, and it's worked. So, Keenan Allen and then before that, who was it? Oh, it was Olave. So yeah, like we keep seeing that happening to them. Like they're just giving up mad yards to that slot area. So Keenan Allen, this team runs their plays through Eckler and Keenan Allen. So I think he's always going to be in playing, especially in a shootout potential game. Because like I said, if he's doing good, it usually gets everybody else going for that offense. What I hate about this team so far is them not being, they're just using like 50% of Joshua Palmer and then tossing in Quentin Johnston. I don't like that. Like, I just wish they would just settle on one so we can just play this person and know that, they got a chance. The way the Vikings is playing on the other end over here. Besides that, at tight end, though, Everett getting 3 targets, that's going to be hit and miss, man. So, can't even really pick him. And I know, could have swore, oh, no, the Vikings have a hard time. My bad. I thought they was one of the teams that do give that up. So, they only get up anyway. But, so I think these are the 3 you want to stack with Herbert for this week. Like I said, we're going to be hit and miss on the other 3 options that we have because they don't want to settle on their third receiver, and the tight end is really not involved anymore as he used to be last season. So now we got Kirk Cousins' side. Love this side over here. They don't really like to run. I know the Chargers do give up the run. They run, 8 times, 11 times. They looking like the Bucks, the whole time they had Brady. So, that's going to be hit and miss, taking Madison. And his price still hasn't dropped low enough. If it was 5,400, I would like it a little more. But Jefferson is going to be, of course, the best play here. The Chargers, I think, number 1 right now in giving up points to wide receivers. But that was coming off of the week 1, of course, where Tyreek Hill torched them. They did give up some decent amount of points, though, to receivers against Tennessee. Not a lot to Hopkins. Seemed like they were slowing him down. But Treylon Burks and I think Westbrook did they both score, I think, or something like that? It was pretty close. I know that much. So, but they had good games. So, yeah, I don't really see them being able to stop Jefferson with Addison chiming in the way he is. He's not playing the full time because, like I said, when they go into a 21 personnel and there's 2 wide receivers, they've been rolling with Osborne. So, you still got the savings there. But at the same time, it seems like Addison is getting in for bigger plays. Like, I feel like the plays where Jefferson is, like, crossing route or doing, like, a quick post to the, what I want to say, or a quick slant or post or something like that, taking away the coverage or the double with him while a receiver is going deep down the field. He's been doing that for Addison. So that's why Addison keeps scoring. So it's been back-to-back weeks of that, and then Addison is scoring off of it. So it still leans to me, even though he's not playing the full amount, time to Addison. I know Osborne did finally get a touchdown this week, though. But like I said, just because of that what I'm seeing, I would still lean more Addison before I just click Osborne in, just because of the savings is, 1,500 lower. Besides that, we do know this team is running their plays through Hawkinson and Jefferson. The Chargers, not really giving up tight end, though. So, definitely I feel a big game for Jefferson. And to me, it would be one of these other receivers I think is going to chime in with him. Because they're definitely, like I said, they play their whole offense through Jefferson and then, of course, Hawkinson. But after that, these receivers are going to get theirs too. So, I love this game. I think this is going to be a huge shootout potential game. Could be a great full stackable game there. Plus, we don't have to worry about that weather. Then we got New England and the Jets. Let me see the speed of this game. The last game was pretty fast. Not the fastest game, but New England's been playing super fast this season. The Jets are playing really slow, but I think that has a lot to do with their quarterback, of course. I think New England possibly pulls out this game, but the best thing to go with is both tight ends here. Really, like they've been running a lot of 12 personnel, and you need to attack the Jets at the tight end position. Um, Definitely, we've been seeing receivers though get theirs on them, but it's been a lot of what I want to say, like slot moving in type of receivers, like receivers that are willing to move into the slot. Is getting them, for a lot. Like you look at CD Lamb, you look at Stephon Diggs, both of them, are receivers. Well, one plays a slot ridiculously the whole time, which is CD Lamb. So it doesn't have to really line up with Sauce, but we saw Sauce, getting caught on, by Diggs, but Diggs also moves around. So a receiver over here though that would do something like that probably is Bourne. Um, it's probably the only one I see actually moving into the slot. So maybe Bourne can have a good game, with Mac Jones. But like I said, the tight ends is definitely for sure supposed to be able to do well. Besides that, just giving up decent points to running back. So you can take a shot at Stevenson if you want to as well. Um, yeah, because I don't really think it'll be Zeke. It seems like they leaning on Stevenson with the 15 attempts, 3 targets, 6 targets before that. So he's constantly getting like 18 touches, So definitely Stevenson will be in play too as well there. We moving on to who we got? The Jet side, Zach Wilson. Ah, man, he's one of the cheapest quarterbacks on this slate. But yeah, playing New England, I think that's gonna be pretty rough. I feel like their biggest goal will be to try to take Garrett Wilson away from him. Lazard with 4 targets. Ah, man, like, God, I just don't know. Like, maybe it's gonna be the tight end since he did target him a lot. It probably would be somebody like a Conklin here. Besides that, it's more than likely a running back here possibly can do well. Brees Hall was kind of pissed. He only had 4 touches, so maybe somebody like him has more touches and able to deliver because New England has been getting up the run. So I think he is in play for 5,600. They need, I know they're trying to like bring him in slowly. It feels like because he came off an injury, but he was ready to go, man. You could tell from that game one. He should be at least at the 15 with 2 targets, 17, touches in this game. Especially they're at home too, so they should lean on the run a lot. They have 2 really good backs, so they should be able to get New England a lot of production done there that way. But I would lean to Hall over Cook just because of that burst of speed with that 420, 40, speed and stuff like that. Yeah, like I'm leaning to Brees Hall for that, and that's probably about it for this game. Is like all I would probably want is him. At least from the Jet side of things, like I said. So Buffalo and Washington. Let's see what we got here. We got Josh Allen, of course, right from this side. What are we running here? 12 personnel versus 11 and 12 here. Okay, so it's been a lot tight end play, and it looks like Commanders ain't been really giving up the tight end. Why are they so high on this OPR K ranking and stuff like that? I'm shocked, but they are going to throw to their tight ends crazy, as you see. Like, these are their new slot receivers for this team. Besides moving in Diggs into the slot, they're going to use these tight ends to be their slot receivers. So they're always going to be in play. It's just going to be hit and miss on which one. Knox is more in, I think, to at least block, compared to Kincaid is just running routes out there, I feel like, every time. But they're both looking at equal targeting. It's like crazy. So opportunity is there for both of them. But yeah, so you want to take a tight end there, you definitely can do that with Josh Allen. Receiver wise, man, here I think you need to be in the slot still for Washington. I'm trying to remember who just went off. It was those Mims and them. Mims and the Johnson kid. I'm trying to remember like sudden. Well, Judy was back, so unless Judy is playing out wide more, I gotta go check that. Like I said, by final look, I'll know for sure. Because if it is more of the slot, then it's going to be more towards Diggs. If it was somebody from the outside that was really getting it, then it would be Davis, has a better opportunity here to be locked in with Josh Allen there. So we move to the other side here, though. We got Sam Howell. And I believe Buffalo, weren't they? Yeah, they're giving up decent points to the running back. And B-Rob's been doing pretty good. So got to go with him. McLaurin, I'm trying to think. McLaurin had 6 targets and a touchdown. I saw that touchdown. Anything else? I thought Dawson was gonna have a bigger game. but nope, did not get there. Curtis Samuelson fell off too. This feels like McLaurin is cheap. I think it's probably going to be McLaurin there for that. And they hurt Thomas, so concussion. And I don't know what they're going to do with their tight end situation now. We have to see because they are very cheap. But I don't even think that's what the Bills are really giving up right now. So, yeah, more than likely a receiver or the running back for sure. So, the running back will probably be the better play there. And we keep it moving here. We got Carolina and Seattle. Should be decent game, man. I would have loved to saw more for Bryce Young. They're really taking it very safe with him. Sanders is always going to be in play because it looks like he's, the running back and the pass catching back in this team. So if they get down, I believe he's still kind of in the game. They've been down a lot of the games, and like the pass catching wise, let's see, his targets was 5 and 6. It's really good, man. You're looking at 19 and over 20 something. Like he's getting almost the 8,000, 7,000, type of production, not production, but the volume and stuff of those type of running backs. So like he's going to hit eventually, And Seattle is one of those teams where he could definitely hit. They're giving up that running back. And from what I remember, I noticed that they always been pretty bad against pass catching type backs. So he might have more yards in this game, pass catching and things. But yeah, he should be in play there. Also at receiver, Seahawks has been getting killed in the slot, and we finally got to see a really good game from Thielen. So Thielen should be definitely highly in play for 3,900. He might break out again like he did tonight for 20 points, I believe it was on the dot. Yeah, so definitely can see that happening again for him. Let me see, from tight end, I believe they're giving a tight end too, right? Decent amount of points to tight end, so you definitely got to roll with Hurst there too as well. So it's a good amount of people, I think, from this side. You can definitely take on the other side of this game. Walker's going to be in play for sure. Carolina, I feel like, didn't get to get exposed, today really that bad because the running back went down. But if Kenneth Walker can get these 17 attempts in this game with his speed, yeah, he's probably going to break a big run in here. He already's coming off of 18 points anyways with 2 touchdowns against Detroit. He definitely could end up breaking a huge game here at home if he can get these 17 type touches again against Carolina. We've seen them give up that run. Besides that, if you're thinking about stacking Geno, it should be, let me see, I believe it is the side that Lockett is on. Yeah, that's where you want to attack the most. So Lockett should be in play here. Probably one of the best plays. If not, Metcalf is able to go, then it's all good. You can take shots at Metcalf. But if they end up running more 12 because Metcalf isn't able to go, then, JSN is going to be huge in play for 4,300, man. Because if they run 12, it's just 2 wide receiver set. And yeah, for 4,300, you're going to have to say they can move either one of them to the right side and attack that right side of Carolina, which is most teams have been doing. So definitely JSN could be a good game. Could be a low stack here too to be able to take and be able to run back in this game. Could be just a complete great game to stack. Then we got Dallas and Arizona. Let's see what we got going on here. Take these out. Okay, so we got Dak Prescott probably in one of the greatest spots here. Dobbs side of things, let me see what's going on here. It's not really great. Most quarterbacks been going here and haven't been able to produce at all. I don't really know what to expect from Dobbs, man. He did really good this last game against the Giants defense, but I'm starting to think that the Giants defense just isn't that good. And Connor is coming off of no targets, but a lot of rushing attempts. Breece Hall was pissed off, said he should have had more attempts. I don't know if he saw something in Dallas defense that, could have been that he thought they could have ran better in against them. But yeah, Connor's going to have a lot of value, period, I think, every game. So he's going to be in play because of that. When it comes to receivers over here, Marquise Brown is going to be more than likely lined up against Gilmore or Diggs. Doesn't mean he'll be completely taken away because, Garrett Wilson lines up in the slot. So I'm just trying to think, because I think it's Rondale Moore who lines up in the slot. But, man, these targets is trash. What did happen with Dortch? Did he get targets? Nope, none. That's crazy. What's going on here? Hauled in. Oh. Yeah, so that's weird. I don't know what's going on. Why he didn't get any targets in that game? Are they using somebody else and I'm missing or something like that? Oh wait, it's a Wilson kid, huh? That's who it is. Okay, so hmm, okay. So they're using Wilson. I got it. Now I see what's going on here. Well, definitely 3,400. I mean, you could definitely take shots there at him still for this game. He more than likely, like I said, it'll be him or more lining up in that slot area and staying away from Diggs and Gilmore. But and then also, I mean, Ertz is getting mad targets from what I've seen the first two games, right? So he's definitely, I mean, 3,500 is really cheap. Definitely can see you taking shots at that too as well. But on the other side here, man, just this Dallas side right here, man. Dak is going to be in play for sure. Pollard is going to be in play for sure. You got CeeDee Lamb going to be huge in play, and also Ferguson, man. These should be the best plays here for this game. Seeing Arizona giving up, receivers points, they're giving up definitely. I feel like in that slot area, they probably is easy to be attacked. Definitely at running back, they're giving up points too. And then of course they're still able to be attacked at that tight end position. Dallas runs a lot, 12 personnel, so it's like all the I want to say the ways you supposed to attack Arizona is the ways they run, their plays and stuff like that to do. So it just like feels like just a great game set up for Dak to be able to, go off really like for real with all his weapons. So especially those three, like I said there. Then and especially if somehow Arizona puts up any fight and pushes him to actually, do more, like they just did this last game against the Giants. And then we got Chicago and Kansas City. I don't know what's going on with Fields, man. Golly, man, he's thrown what 2 picks the last game, man. 1 pick, like every game's throwing picks. I kind of already said it though. If he's going to throw more, he was throwing, only 20 and less, and was throwing a pick or two a game and stuff like that. So now we're talking about he's throwing 30 times. I think he's going to throw a pick every game, like for real. And I mean, it's just going to be a hard time for Bears fans. Basically, you're going to have to go through that. Like he's going to be a turnover quarterback. You just going to have to hope that y'all get up, big enough in these games or something like that for him, to pull out these games. But besides that, not really rolling with these running backs here. How did Roshan Johnson do? He didn't even get to take over like I thought he might have did. They still rolled with Herbert last game. Yep. Okay. So nothing came out of that. But receiver wise, we got a spark there with DJ Moore finally getting, a little bit closer to the targets we want to see him at. I just don't see with the weapons they got, DJ Moore should have been instantly getting 10 plus targets a game. And I just think he would probably be hitting every week if he had that. But yeah, definitely got to put him in there. DJ Moore, and then, man, if Mooney doesn't play, yeah, DJ Moore's target should go up crazy. So if he doesn't end up playing, we'll know. I think he might finally get 10 targets. So I definitely feel like he should be a good play. At tight end, Komet, targets would probably go up even a little bit more too as well. And he should be in play. I wish his price would drop though, because 4,300 just seems too high. From the other side here though, we got Pat Mahomes. I mean, they've been giving up mad points to receivers for the Bears, but they run 12 personnel. Kelsey's basically playing like slot receiver out there. Got to put Kelsey again. He's probably going to try to bounce back and play a lot better than what he played. 26 yards. You got to be kidding me. 9 targets. First game back. Still got a touchdown and everything. But probably sees 12 targets in this game. Maybe hits 100 yards, man. Also, I think who's going to be in play. Used to playing this team twice a year. MVS is probably going to be huge in play. We just seen, let me think. Who was it? Dobbs, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans go for like 100-something yards and a touchdown. All those receivers play out wide. Exactly where MVS plays. And also maybe it's Tony too as well though. Maybe Tony, he plays on the other side out wide. But I would lean more towards MVS for this game. And I know he only had 3 targets last game. They was trying to funnel a lot of targets, of course, to Kelsey on getting him back out there. I also saw some Watson though. So if you want to take a shot at Watson, you can also try that too. Since he keeps getting targets, 3,500, he might hit for a touchdown in this game. Like I said, Chicago is just really bad, man, and they're giving up mad points to these receivers here. So that's it, man, for the first look here. Trying to think, what would I do though if I'm putting in just one lineup, man? If I only got one lineup here, who am I really rolling with? Looking at this, man. I mean, I guess I gotta say right now, who's in the best rhythm so far is looking like Cousins. Really, like I mean, Cousins. Dak had one game where he finally got to throw a little bit, but Cousins has had back-to-back games of just one of the best rhythms I've seen so far, man. Like what I want to say, him and his wide receiver weapon and stuff like that. We looking at Burrow, he's over here, not, I know it's not really an excuse because he was out during training camp and things like that, but I just would think though he still would have instant chemistry with one of those receivers. He kind of got it going with Higgins, but it just took so long and it doesn't make sense to me. Like they have too many weapons out there for him not to be hitting on those receivers or something like that. But the Minnesota Vikings, they got it going, man. They're really killing it. You're looking at back-to-back games. Cousins been doing really good. And we was able to take him this first week, right? Yeah, because he was on the slate first week. We had to, we missed him on biggest game ever, which sucks. We couldn't have him this last week. But yeah, now he's back on the slate playing a very, fast-paced, I believe, team too. Let me look at that again. It was, pretty fast-paced, no weather issues. I think him and Jefferson still hits. I think also, we're looking at Jefferson, man, putting up 27-28, no touchdowns yet. Not one touchdown yet. So that's why this is going to be scary. Him at 9,300, I know it sounds crazy, but it's going to be probably hard for me not to have him because of the fact I think he's going to be so mad that this last game, he lost the game for them. Fumbling that ball on the goal line really hurt them. Could have been, I believe, up by a touchdown or tied or something like that. But, yeah, it hurt them. So now, he knows he's going to do what he's been doing, producing like this. But he's going to probably really score this time. Like, he's going to find a way to get into that end zone. And that's where we're going to be looking at near 40 points. So that's why I'm like, yeah, he's 9,300 and he probably is going to actually hit. Still getting near 15 targets a game and everything. The only person who's tied with him in targets is Nikola from the Rams, which was shocking. Like nobody would have known that was going to happen. So yeah, Jefferson and Cousins, I think is how I would start this lineup. At running back, I'm gonna keep it as simple as it was for the what I want to say, the $1 million maker that we just saw, and I'm gonna start off with ETN going against Houston. I'm trying to see who else would I want to throw in there. I believe I got some cheap plays down here I can take. I thought it was like Sanders or who I'm missing? Breece Hall. Who would I want to lean to more though? Breece is at home. Rivalry. Carolina just doesn't really want to throw a lot. You know what? I might go with Sanders here because I think I know what I want to do here. So I'll go with Sanders. My first receiver, taking off the board, Thielen. That way I got that stack. So now I got Kirk Cousins, Jefferson. I haven't figured out if I really want to run it back or not yet. But then I got a nice little skinny stack here with Sanders and Thielen. We're going to keep it moving though. What we got? So at wide receiver here, are we looking to pay up? Or are we looking to find somebody a little bit cheaper possibly? You know what? I think I am going to go with a little cheaper stack here. Oh, yeah, because I already have. Exactly. You know what? I'm running back Nico Collins, man. Just the volume he's getting is like Nicole or something like that, So, yeah, got to go with that. I'm running that back basically there. Tight end, best tight end on the board. Let me see. I got $12,000. Let me see. I'm going to pick my defense here. Do I want to pay up for somebody like Dallas again? Do I think that's worth it? Playing Dobbs, possibly it is. But let me see any other good plays here that I think of. Trying to think who's going to be dropping back a lot. Good defense. Cleveland is probably going to be in a good spot. I think they're if they're able to really stop, Henry and everything, then they will be in a good spot because Tennessee just doesn't got enough weapons. I feel like if they're gonna throw a lot in this game, then it's gonna give Cleveland a good advantage. Let me see anybody else. I don't mind taking Green Bay because Carr is definitely he's been throwing a lot. And I don't know if they're gonna have Jamal Williams. I know Taysom Hill is cool, but just a real running back, they might be throwing a lot more, and it causes him to have some pick sixes or something like that in that game. So Packers defense home opener too. They've been playing really strong. Defense been playing really strong. I know last game, yeah, they dropped a lot, but they did have they had a good opportunity to have a pick six. Let me see anybody else though that I like a lot here. Any quarterback we know throw some picks and stuff like that. Jets defense is still gonna be strong against Mac Jones. Falcons against Detroit. Chargers, Minnesota, Panthers, Texans. Texans against Jacksonville. They just gonna run on them, so don't really have to do the pass, but they are gonna put a lot of pressure on them with the pass because of all the weapons they have. Man, let me see. Colts. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just roll with the Commanders here. Defense has been strong. With Chase being back, I think it puts a lot of pressure on Josh Allen, and possibly he throws a pick or something, maybe a pick six. Possibly, also he's gonna probably get sacked a few times. So then at tight end, man, what do I got here? I got how many sacks I got? I got the Minnesota. I got that one. Okay, 2-0 there. And then we had like a 1v1, I think, here or something like that right here. Yeah, 1v1 there. We got the 2-0 here. So I might just get some one-offs in there now. Let me see. So one-off in one of the best tight end matchups here. Man, let me see. Nope. Who do I like? Who do I really like here? Like, trying to figure this out. Oh, my bad. I'm going to roll with Laporta, man. I think he's in a good matchup. And that leaves me with 5,600 in the flex. What is that? Who is that? I thought that's like a running back that was supposed to. Yeah, Breece Hall. I like that. So I think we hit on the running back situation. We got all the running backs that should be in a good matchup here. Got some good receivers. What run back options or they're stacked with a running back there, man. We got our one off in the tight end position, a great spot though, and should be heavily targeted, especially if somehow St. Brown wasn't able to go or anything like that. But he's just getting good targets anyways. I think 6 and 5, that's really good. Could possibly get up to even maybe 7. Maybe it continues to go up. And then, yeah, my defense, one of the lowest defense, but is in a game where a team likes to pass a lot and their line is very strong. So probably will get to Josh Allen and cause him to make some mistakes. I like this lineup a lot, man. Should win some big money probably with this one right here, man. It's your boy J Star, but like I said, we do the final look and we know about injuries and things like that. Maybe things will change up for how I'm thinking right now. But it's your boy J Star. Good luck this week, man. Stay tuned for the top 5. I think I'm gonna just knock it out like how I did last week with every position in one video. And then we, of course, got the showdown for Thursday night. And then, of course, like I said, the final look and then all the other showdowns for the rest of the week. Also, my bad, I missed out. I did not know that the featured was the 2-gamer for Monday. So next week, we'll definitely have that video too as well. So we'll definitely do the 2-gamer because there's some good games for the 2 gamers next week. It's your boy J Star, and I'm out. Peace.